What is up, Hollywood stars? Welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, I am a fairy today. So if you want to know how to achieve this look and you want to be a fairy and sprinkle fairy dust all over, then stay tuned because I will be showing you how to get this from start to finish. And as always, don't forget to shine bright because it's Slow Hollywood time. Alright, so first off, I'm going to go ahead and take my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. So I love this because I know my shadow's going to stay on all night, especially for Halloween. You don't want it to rub off or come off throughout the night. So I'm going to take a little brush just like this one, and I'm just going to start to apply that MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot basically all over the lid and up to the brow bone. So basically I did start off with a face already. So the face that I have is very basic. I just have, you know, like foundation, powder, a little bit of blush, because I didn't want this video to be too long. So I figured, okay, let me just do like my basic makeup and then we'll just add from there. So as you can already tell from the title of this video, we're going to be doing a fairy, which I'm super excited about because I've never done a fairy, but it's so similar, I think, to like a festival makeup, which I love festivals, so I figured why not. So for today, we're going to be working with Sigma Warm Neutrals Volume 2 Eyeshadow Palette. This is such a beautiful palette. I love all of the berry tones and all of the pink tones, very pretty. So I'm first going to go ahead and dive into this shade right here. It's called Passion Fruit. And I'm just going to be taking this and adding it to the crease. And let me actually zoom you guys in a little bit. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to be adding this to the crease, and I'm just using a nice fluffy blending brush. This is actually my first time using Sigma eyeshadows. I've used their brushes before, which I love. But I've never used their shadows, so I'm super excited. So far, I feel like they blend pretty well, at least this first shade. So I'm working this right into the crease. Next, I'm going to be taking this beautiful red shade. It's called Rouge. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that right. So I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to be applying this to the crease, and I'm going to try to avoid it coming upwards. So just right in here. Ooh, this is so pigmented. The great thing about Halloween looks is that you don't have to be perfect, you don't have to be precise, because I feel like the messier the better because it is Halloween. So I don't think anyone's gonna be critiquing you on like, oh my god, your shadow looks way off. Oh, of course, duh, the big elephant in the room. I totally forgot to mention that I got a new backdrop. I feel like it looks really good in the monitor, so hopefully it translates the same way once I like edit this video, so we'll see how it looks. But I'm so excited. I decided to go with pink because I love the color pink. So I hope you guys loved it. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up if you love my pink backdrop. So now I'm going to be switching to a flat shader brush. And I think I'm going to be using this guy right here called Beamy. It's a beautiful shimmery pink shade. So I'm going to go ahead and take some of this in my flat brush and just start to add it all over the lid. Ooh, I love this shade. It's so glittery. It's not like actual glitter, but it looks kind of glittery, if that makes sense. So it took me a little bit to upload because I was like, I don't know what Halloween looks I want to do. Like, I felt like I was inspired, but I just didn't know what I wanted to do. So today, actually, I was in class and I was like really thinking hard, like, man, I really want to start doing like looks. October is almost gone. And then a fairy came into mind and I was like, oh my god, yes, I have to film this today. So that's what I'm doing. So hopefully I will finish editing this video today and hopefully it'll be up tonight, ideally. But If not, it'll definitely be up tomorrow, which would be the 17th of October. So now I'm just going back into the blending brush and just kind of blending out these edges here. So for blush, I'm going to be using this guy by Sigma, and this is called Cor de Rosa. It's such a pretty shade. I love this color. So for the brush, I'm going to be using this guy right here. This is by Morphe, and this is the G8 brush. Clearly it's well loved. I love this blush brush. So I'm going to go ahead and take some blush, and I'm literally going to start packing it in the perimeters of my face. So now I really want to make sure that the apples on my cheeks are nice and rosy. So we're just going to go ahead and smile and add some there. Perfect. And then I'm going to bring it right in there. Right into the center, connecting both sides. So now that we sort of added the color to the perimeters of the face, I'm just going to add a tiny bit to the rest of the face, just so it's all nice and cohesive. So I'm gonna go back into that red color right here with my blending brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and sort of deepen up this crease area. And then kind of bring it in here, the outer V. Now I'm going to go ahead and take that same red shade that we used, and I'm going to apply it down into the bottom lash line. I'm also going to take a little bit of that red shade, and I'm going to add just a tiny bit to the Cupid's bow. Kind of in this center area. Perfect. Ooh, I totally look so crazy, but I promise you it's gonna come together. I'm gonna go back into the first pink shade that we used, and I'm gonna go ahead and add this shade right into here, kind of like if we were contouring the nose a little bit. Now I'm going to go back into beaming shadow right here that we used earlier with my flat brush, and I'm going to be adding this to the inner corners. That's so pretty. And I'm also going to be adding this right here into the tip of the nose and in the center here, as well as here. And I'm also gonna add this right under the brow. And you can definitely make your fairy like whatever color you like. I'm just obviously making it pink because I love pink and complements my background like super good. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop on some lashes. So these right here are from Amazon, and these are the Mink 3D Hair Lashes in style A14. So I'm gonna pop these on and I'll be right back. All right, so I popped on the lashes. I feel like the lashes totally tie the look together. I love the way these look. So, okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the lower lash line. So for the inner waterline, I'm gonna be using this guy right here. This is the NYX Vivid Brights Gel Pot. I love these. These are awesome, and I love using this in the inner waterline because it gives such an amazing pigment in there and it looks phenomenal. So I'm going to be applying this with just like a angled brush. So I'm just going to take this guy right here. It doesn't have to be anything special. I literally just kind of go in there and start applying it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take that same gel pot with that same brush, and I'm gonna start doing little strokes into my eyebrows. So for the look, I went ahead and I did like a feathered brow. So now I'm following those same hairs upwards, just to give me a little bit more like cohesiveness. Perfect. I love the way the look is coming together. I feel like the brows definitely make the look like more put together. So next I'm gonna go into this blush that I have right here. So this is just Miss Chic, I believe it's called. Yeah. So this is by Clean Color, and I found these at Shop Miss A, and they were only $1. So essentially it's just a blush, but they're like super pigmented. So I'm gonna go into this brush right here. This is by Morphe, and this is the M512 brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into the blush. These are super pigmented. And I'm essentially just going to contour. And then I'm also going to take some of this and add it to the very top of the forehead. Also, another reason why I laid down foundation first was because I felt like pinks and reds usually tend to like really stain your face. So I figured if I have some foundation on first, it wouldn't be directly on my skin, of course. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I want to do with this pink shade. So next I'm going to go back into that first brush we used with the Sigma blush, and I'm just going to essentially just diffuse everything so that it all blends nicely. So now I'm going to go ahead and move on to the lips, and I'm going to be using this Sigma liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade New Mod. So we're going to be taking this and applying all over the lips. So next I'm going to take this NYX colored mascara. This is just in like a pink shade. I don't know if it actually has a name, or it's just called Pink Perfect. So this is the little mascara from NYX. So this is what it looks like. And I'm going to be applying this to the bottom lashes. I'm also going to go ahead and run this through the brows, just for some added definition. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and get a smaller brush. So let's see, something like this guy right here. So this is just the Morphe M516 brush, and I'm going to go ahead and dive into my Moondust palette by Urban Decay, and I'm going to go into Spectre, which is this shade right here. It's a nice pinky glittery shade, and then I'm also going to go into Element. So first I'm going to go in with Spectre, which is a pink shade. And I'm just going to go ahead and start kind of adding it in this area. And I feel like this is definitely what's going to give your fairy that fairy feeling, because when I think of fairies, I think of glitter and shimmer and iridescence and all of that good stuff. So I'm going to be applying that shade all over the forehead. And I feel like this is really going to transform your look. I'm also going to be applying this to this area as if we were highlighting. Maybe I should use it as a highlight because I love this shade. I feel like I love pink shades. So maybe I should use this in my regular life. I'm gonna go into the Element, which is that reddish shade we were talking about. And I'm gonna be applying this to the very perimeter. So next I'm gonna go into my NYX liquid liner, and this is gonna be in the white shade. Let's see if you can see it better. There we go. And I'm gonna be adding like little freckles. So I'm just gonna kind of go in here. Perfect. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more dimension and go into a lighter pink shade of the NYX liquid liners and add some more freckles. So this is the one that I'm talking about, and then this one is just called Vivid Petal. So I'm gonna go in and add some nice little freckles in here. And then I'm gonna do this guy right here, which is essentially a lilac shade. This is just called Vivid Blossom. And add some more. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go into this Jouer liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Oak Berry. Oh my god, that's so unexpected. I really didn't plan that, but so perfect. Okay, so this is called Fairy, and I'm gonna be adding this to the center of the lips. Yeah, and then we're gonna blend it out with our finger. Okay, so now I feel like this is gonna really complete your fairy look. So I got these like ears. They're like fake elf ears, I guess. So I'm basically just gonna paint these a little bit pink. That way they can match our whole like face situation. So I'm gonna grab that same brush that we used earlier, and I'm gonna grab that blush, and I'm literally gonna dip in here and start adding it to the ear. So I'm just kind of dipping in there, and I'm just going to start to color it. So I'm going to show you the difference. So definitely it does work by just doing the blush. So now I'm just going to hook them into my ears. So I think this one goes in here. So now that I have my ears on, I'm going to go ahead and just grab a little bit more of this and start painting my actual ears. So this is a great alternative to actual like paint, because it'll definitely come off very easily, and I'm sure a lot of you have already a pink blush. So I love that we can use actual makeup to create Halloween looks. Almost done, I promise. I'm just gonna add a little bit of like glitter, I guess. So I'm gonna be using this one right here. So this is by Tarte. It just looks like this. I think it came out like in the summer, and this is their Mermaid Glitter Gel. So literally, I love this stuff because you can literally just apply it straight from the jar. You don't need any adhesive or anything like that. It's literally a gel. So I'm just gonna start applying this with my finger. You can use a brush, but I just like to use it with my finger for better application, if you will. So I'm gonna be applying this basically all over, and you can see just how cute this makes look. And then I'm also gonna apply this to my fake freckles. Alright you guys, so this is a finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had so much fun creating this look. I've never done a fairy like ever in my life, so I'm so happy the way this turned out. So if you were to actually wear this for Halloween or a Halloween party, I would definitely add maybe like some flowers, some flower crown. You can even do like a nice little wings. Yeah, basically you can paint your hands, paint your chest. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is my first Halloween look out this year, so stay tuned for more because I'm definitely going to be posting a lot more. And of course, if you recreate this look, don't forget to tag me, and I'll see you in my next video.